Hello, my fellow broke aristocrats. Thanks for tuning in. Just going to get that a little adjusted. Today is a fun day. It's February 1st, and as I promised everybody, we're going to be talking about healthy habits in February, and specifically, we're going to be talking about healthy weight loss. If you're interested in healthy weight loss, or if you're just interested in improving your health and doing it affordably without spending any extra money, this is probably going to be a great series for you. As I've mentioned in previous videos, including the video I did yesterday, there's been some interesting research on the effects of calorie restriction on health, and I myself in the month of February will be doing calorie restriction along with everyone else, and we're going to be monitoring our health as we go along. I've been reducing my caloric intake now for about 4 or 5 days. I've lost a little bit. I think I've lost about a pound, which is absolutely fine. This is a very gentle process. We're reducing our caloric intake by about 20%. If you are part of a weight loss program right now and it's working for you, that's great. Or if you'd like to get some additional tips here on this channel, that's absolutely fine. So I decided to record this here in my office because this is in fact where I treat people who are interested in healthy weight loss, and I thought I would just run people through a basic program here. Because I am not your doctor, there's a couple of things we won't be able to do, and of course you want to speak to your doctor before starting any weight loss program. Now, if you came to my office and you said you were concerned about your weight and you wanted to get to a healthy weight, what would I recommend? And you were trying to do it in a cost-effective way. The first thing we would want to do is we'd want to do a thorough intake. So we want to know how you're doing. We want to make sure that you're a good candidate for a weight loss program. And we also want to do something which is called calculating your BMI. So if you'd like to calculate your own BMI, we're going to show you how that's done. Some of the tests we would run would be to run a CBC and a CMP. Your doctor will want to run those along with a lipid panel. We might want to also run a hemoglobin A1C. Those fancy names basically of all those different tests basically mean we're going to be looking at your organ function, the health of your blood, how well you are metabolizing sugar. We also might look at your CRP, look at how much inflammation there is in the body. I also like to check vitamin D levels because those can be low in many of my patients. So we would run some labs. And if you decide to go to your doctor and say, you know, doc, I'd like to do Dr. Whimsy's program, definitely I would start with that. Some people who have extreme blood sugar regulation may have to modify this program. Now, in terms of physical exam, if you want to keep it real safe and sweet, getting your blood pressure checked on a regular basis is probably a good idea. You can buy a blood pressure monitoring machine at your local pharmacy and then take your blood pressure. Best time to take your blood pressure would probably be in the morning. And you'd also want to give your weight and height. And actually how we calculate a BMI is that you're going to go to Google and you're going to Google calculate BMI. We're going to do this together. You can go for search. And that should take you to a function for calculate BMI, and you'll go ahead and you will enter your height and you'll enter your weight. So you're going to go ahead and want to weigh yourself. And you should be able to come up with your BMI. The BMI is your Basal Metabolic Index. And the National Institutes of Health have a lot of information about a basal metabolic index. It's not entirely accurate. With men, we sometimes have a problem getting a good, accurate BMI because men have more muscle mass. But on women, it's fairly accurate. And so you would punch in your weight and your height, and you should come up with your BMI. A BMI above 25 is considered overweight. A BMI number above 30 is obese, and above 35 is morbidly obese. So now you've done the first step. We have got a baseline. We've run some labs. We found out if you're a good candidate for weight loss. We've calculated your BMI. We've checked your blood pressure. We've checked your sugar to make sure that you're doing okay. And now we can begin your program. Now, if you are interested in doing this and you are wanting to do it the way I do it in my office, you would go through a free app. And the free app I use is myfitnesspal.com. And again, you would just simply go to myfitnesspal.com. And you can set up a MyFitnessPal, you can set up your account through Facebook, if you've got a Facebook account, to make it really easy. And you would just be monitoring your caloric intake, breakfast, lunch, and snacks. Now, if you're reducing your caloric intake by about 20-25%, you'd be able to monitor it on MyFitnessPal. It's a fairly easy app to use. Just going to go ahead and open it here for me. My internet's a little bit slow today. I apologize. And if you want to follow me via Facebook, Whimsy Anderson, I am on myfitnesspal.com if you want to friend me. And then you can see how much weight loss your friendly doctor is losing on this program. I don't know if they show what I eat, but you're certainly welcome to see what I've been eating. And you can see that Dr. Whimsy has lost 3 pounds over the last couple months, but over the last week I've lost 1 pound. So I don't want people to be on such calorie restricted diets that they're hungry and then they break down and then they eat something. Now, if you want to reduce your caloric intake by 25%, which is usually what they recommend, if you want to lose 2 pounds a week, that's absolutely fine. If that's too extreme for you, you can step back a little bit and start with just reducing your caloric intake by 20%, and you're still going to get great results. The main reason I like people to do myfitnesspal.com is because it allows you to become in tune with what you're eating and how many calories are in the food you're consuming. So this was the first in a series of videos we're going to be doing about healthy weight loss. And I think that if you do those steps and if you're working with your doctor, you should be doing fairly well for yourself. And the good news is that this doesn't cost any money. It's not an expensive program. You don't have to be eating special food. You can do this all on your own with hopefully some support from the Broke Aristocrats community. And remember, the good news about reducing caloric intake is that you are also reducing expenses on your weekly food budget. All right, I want to thank you for watching this video of Broke Aristocrats. Be sure and share, like, subscribe, and tell me what you are doing to take care of yourself without breaking the bank. I would love to see how many fellow Broke Aristocrats are part of this program in February. And if you have any other additional questions for me about healthy and responsible weight loss, please don't hesitate to reach out to me. Thanks for watching, everyone. Take care. Bye-bye.